Guys, I have great news. I finally played Snake Eater. My whole life I've been beaten over the head with a big cartoon hammer telling me how great this game is, and now at the ripe old age of I can comfortably say that this game is very, very good.
You're pretty good.
There are 52 trophies in Snake Eater, including the Platinum. Much like the previous two games, a whole bunch of trophies are unlocked by defeating each boss, and there are 8 bosses in total. There are a lot of trophies obtained by doing a bunch of random garbage, like holding up an enemy, interrogating them, slamming them to the ground, and slicing their throat.
Oh, I didn't want to do that. I'm sorry.
Some other trophies include Ralph Called for making Snake throw up, Don't Touch the Sides for using a knife to remove a bullet wound, Poisoning a guard by throwing some sort of poisonous animal at them like a snake, spider or frog, Just Because for blowing up a munitions shed, and Beekeeper for using bees to harass an enemy. However, most of the trophies in this game are collectible based. There are give or take 16 collectible trophies in Snake Eater, 7 of which are unlocked by finding every animal, plant and mushroom in the game. There is also Markor, which is unlocked for getting the Markor rank at the end of the game, which can be unlocked by finding every single animal in a single playthrough. There is also a trophy for finding every weapon in the game, as well as every camo and every face paint. It is unlocked by witnessing all 6 secret first-person views. That sounds very confusing, but it's really not. Throughout the game, there will be a prompt to press R1 during certain cutscenes. Doing this will shift the perspective to Snake's POV. Most of the time, he'll just be looking at Ava's boobs, but occasionally there will be a secret POV where the prompt won't show up and I just have to watch all 6 of these. Then there are 2 trophies related to the Keratans. There are 64 Keratans throughout the game, and I'll have to shoot each and every one of them.
I got it.
These are, your typical collectibles, so there's not too much to say here, although shooting each Keratan will unlock the stealth camo, which is another trophy. There is also a trophy for obtaining the Infinity face paint. Once again, with the Master Collection, I will have to read the script for MGS3. Will I do it this time? I did it for the first game, didn't for the second, I guess we'll see. Then of course, the Snake Eater Platinum wouldn't be complete without the FOXHOUND trophy. This is the equivalent to Big Boss in MGS2, except not bullshit. To obtain the FOXHOUND title, I will have to beat the game in under 5 hours on extreme difficulty, with 0 alerts, 0 kills, 0 continues, no life medicine used, and with a maximum of 25 saves. There are also a few trophies for beating the game without being spotted and without killing anyone. Alright, that's about everything. Game time. It's 1964. We ain't Solid Snake no more. We're Naked Snake, who then goes on to become Big Boss, and then they make clones of him, which become all the other snakes. It's the Cold War. America and Russia, they don't really like each other, and it's our job to infiltrate the Russian jungle of Selino-Yarsk and rescue a defecting Russian scientist named Sokolov. On comms, we got Major Zero, who's kind of like one of the most important characters in the entire series. We got Paramedic, who likes movies. Very cool. And we got the boss, Snake's mentor and leader of the legendary Cobra unit. More on them later.
Oh, ew.
Also, don't worry about the fact that I look like Raiden. I answered a quiz wrong.
What the fuck, man? I'm not... Oh, I already kind of fucked up.
Even though I had just started the game, there were quite a few trophies I could get pretty easily. My very first trophy was I Can Totally See You for achieving a camo index above 90%. The camo index is just how visible you are to enemies, and anything above 90 is like basically invisible. Oh no. No. Not the song. Get out of my brain. There is a good man is hard to find for achieving a camo index of 100%, but that's a little bit further down the line, alright? Then after that, I got Snake Eater for eating a snake. Checks out. The next 2 trophies I got were for listening to all of the healing radio stations. These are just songs that you can tune into using the codec, and they'll restore to a snake's stamina bars.
Hey.
After that, I got all the grabbing an enemy trophies, for lack of a better term. First one I got was for holding up an enemy, then I tried to interrogate him, but I accidentally pressed the wrong button and slit his throat.
Oh!
But then the next guy I grabbed, I did manage to interrogate him, turns out it's L2, not triangle. Then once that was done, I slammed him to the ground and blew his brains out. I did not have to execute the poor guy, that was kind of fucked up. I also got Beekeeper for using bees to harass an enemy. I had made it to Razvet, which is where Snake is supposed to meet up with Sokolov, so I very carefully and very stealthily snuck past all the enemies, making sure to leave absolutely no traces.
Please.
The meeting with Sokolov goes as follows. He tells Snake that the big bad of the game is a man named Colonel Volgan who shoots genuine 100% real electricity out of his hands.
Oh, okay.
Volgan is basically trying to take over Russia by forcing Sokolov to build a weapon. As Snake and Sokolov leave, they're ambushed, not by a bunch of soldiers, I mean, well they are, but by a man. That man is Revolver Ocelot, except he's not 100,000 years old anymore. And he meows, which explains the Ocelot part of his name.
What the fuck was that? Ew!
Snake absolutely wallops Ocelot, it's kind of funny, and after the cutscene ends, he's just like on the ground.
You idiot.
Before meeting back up with Sokolov, I wanted to take one last look around Razvet, where I found a rat and tranquilized it. This got me the Can I Keep It trophy for capturing any animal alive.
Hey, can I keep it? I guess I can. Yep.
While I may have just rescued Sokolov, he is immediately kidnapped and it looks very funny. Remember the boss? Well, turns out she's defecting to the USSR and betraying the US government. Snake is obviously quite shocked about this traitorous revelation, and so he tries to fight back against the boss. She immediately snaps his arm, elbows him in the stomach, and throws him off a bridge. Absolute dick move. There's some more stuff like Volga nuking a Russian base and like blaming it on the US, but that's not really important. Right, that's not really important to the story. It's not like a massive international incident. Oh. It is now 1 week later. Snake is all healed up. Not really, I mean, he's still really fucked up. But he's being sent back into Selino-Yarsk as a part of Operation Snake Eater. His objectives are to rescue Sokolov, again, destroy the Shagohod, and eliminate the boss.
Oh dear! Ah!
Speaking of the boss, upon not so subtly landing back on Selino-Yarsk, he runs into the boss, or more accurately, she runs into him.
Oh my god, come on man. She just took my gun again.
Just look at that bandana. If you can't put the past behind you, you won't survive long.
Oh, what a fucking dick move, dude.
This next part is pretty simple. I just had to get back to Razvet and meet with Snake's contact, a dude named Adam, all while avoiding the enemies along the way.
You don't know who I am?
I did get another trophy, the puke one, Ralph called. It's very easy. All I had to do was go into the cure menu and spin Snake around 10 times, and there you go. He threw up. Poor guy. I made it back to Razvet and met with Eva, not Adam. Eva gives Snake some equipment, which includes a scientist disguise, that'll come up later.
Yes, hello.
And then they're ambushed. It's just 10 dudes I had to eliminate, which isn't very hard to do, but I'll come back to this later. For my FOXHOUND run, I'm planting the seeds. It's like a Chekhov's gun, but like not really at all.
Wait, is that a guy up there? It is a fucking guy up there!
After the ambush, I found my first Keratin under these stairs. I had already missed like 15 by this point, but I didn't really care. Like if I found a Keratin, I'd still shoot it. And plus, you know, trophy. That's what we're here for. Welcome to Chorny Prud. It's a swamp.
Don't you better back off, buddy. I don't know where it is. I'm in first person, I can't get out. Ah!
This is where I got my first animal collection trophy for finding all of the frogs.
Oh, little guy. Oops.
There are only 3 in the game, and I think like all of them are in this area, so it's not like this is like super hard or anything.
Them's good eating.
The next couple of areas were relatively uneventful. I say relatively because mines are now in the game, and if you've seen my other 3 Metal Gear videos, you would know that I have a particularly bad relationship with mines. Luckily, they aren't that common anymore, only appearing in a handful of areas, and you can actually see them on the ground now. You don't need thermal goggles, which is a pretty nice addition for me. Never mind. In Bolshaya past base, I got Just Because for blowing up a munitions shed. I also tried to get snake bit by throwing a snake at a guy and it poisons him, but I messed it up because the guy was looking me directly in the eyes when I threw it at him.
What?
But after that, I was up to the first boss fight of the game, which is Ocelot. It's very similar to the MGS1 Ocelot fight, he's even got the same reloading mechanic, but now there's way more shit to do. You can use the environment against him and shoot down these hornet nests to flush him out of cover, or even throw grenades at him. He does have his Gru soldiers behind Snake that'll shoot at you if you fight dirty, but generally it's not too tough, and I also do find it quite funny how he spends like 15 minutes spinning his guns around at like the beginning of the fight. Like, here it is.
My goodness. I get it. You're talented. Okay, he's going again.
After I beat Ocelot, I didn't get a trophy, which is weird because you'd think there would be one.
What the fuck you talking about?
But anyway, since I beat him non-lethally, I got the animal camo inside this cave. Beating each boss in the game will unlock a camo with special abilities, and while the animal's camo is equipped, Snake's aim won't sway while low on stamina, which is alright. I went through some caves, but there isn't really too much going on down here. I did find another Keratin and the snow camo, as well as the M37, which is the shotgun. But the only thing that really actually genuinely really matters is the Payne fight.
Now he's just showing off.
The Payne is one of the Cobra unit guys, and his superpower is that he can control hornets / bees / bugs, whatever you guess. The fight itself is kind of whatever. It's honestly kind of annoying. I'm not a huge fan of it. I love the Payne himself, right? He is grade A freak material, and I love a good freak. Yeah, I love a good absolute fucking freak of nature.
Oh, don't take your mask off. Oh, what a fucking ugly piece of garbage.
But the fight itself is mainly contained to these 2 rock platforms that you'll use to shoot at the Payne. You can shoot him from the water, but you can't get a very good angle on him, and it's just like kind of annoying. The main thing I don't really like about the Payne fight is that he'll use the hornets as a bulletproof shield. It's not that hard to get rid of it, you just have to throw some kind of grenade at him. But a lot of the time, I'll either undershoot it and it'll just bank off the rock.
Oh, and it went on the water again.
Or I'll overshoot the grenade and it'll just go way over him and land in the water on the other side and kill like 1,000 fish. And then on top of that, you might throw the grenade, it'll like land at his feet, and then he'll throw something at you and the grenade might explode, and either it'll destroy his armor, but then he'll do something where you'll have to move to the next spot, and then by the time you get to the next spot, he's already got his armor back. It's annoying. If you're a fan of the Payne, good on you, I guess. If he's your favorite boss, good on you, I guess. He's not mine. I could be doing the fight wrong. I don't know. There's a bunch of shit in these games I don't know about. So I don't know. Maybe I'm just doing the fight wrong. But I'm probably not. I'm probably accurate and I'm probably correct. And if you like this fight, fuck you. Anyway, once I beat the Payne, he exploded.
Breathe out of that. Oh, wow.
But I got the Payne Relief Trophy. Also, I picked up the Payne's Hornet camo. It's probably the most useless camo in the entire game. Its special ability is that Hornets won't attack Snake and will instead follow him and attack any enemy you come into like contact with. It's very situational, and the only time I ever used it was to see the effect. Like I never once used it ever, aside from what you're seeing right now. I got my second animal collecting trophy after going through these caves. Tall tale for finding all of the fishes. Once again, there's like only 3 fishes in the game, so this was very easy, and I'm like pretty sure they're all in this area. It's really not hard at all.
Oh, I got all the fishies.
There's some story stuff here, but I don't really need to go into that because it's not that important in the grand scheme of things. But I will mention that Sokolov does indeed piss himself, so we are 3 for 3 on that front. Now I had to get to the Granini Gorky Research Lab, which is where Sokolov is currently being held.
What the fuck was that? Ew, Snake, what was that, you freak?
I got 2 trophies during this time. The first was everything is in season for acquiring all 4 fruits. Then a little bit later, when I was closer to the lab, I finally got Snake Bit.
Hey!
I thought I would insta-kill the guy, but he just got kind of mad and shot me, which led to an absolute massacre.
Oh, come on, man.
Now, assuming you do what you're supposed to do and equip the scientist disguise Eva gave Snake earlier, sneak through the research lab down to the basement level to find Sokolov. Except, turns out Sokolov ain't there anymore, but in his stead is this bulldog named Granin.
Nice shoes.
Granin decides to give Snake some information telling him Sokolov can be found in the Grozny Grad research facility, which is in the mountains of Iraq, I guess. He also mentions a little thing called the Philosopher's Legacy, but that's something for later.
What the hell are you talking about?
Alright, fine. It's basically a bunch of money, a lot of money, like the most money in the world ever, that Volgan's dad stole from a bunch of people after World War II, and now Volgan has that money, and that's why he's able to fund the Shagohod's construction and then take over the world, I guess. I don't fucking know. Alright, back to the game. On my way to Grozny Grad, I ran into the Fear.
Oh, ew.
The fear.
He's basically the Predator because he can go invisible, he jumps from tree to tree, and a bunch of other stuff that's sort of like the Predator. I mean, even the trophy you get for like beating him is a line from the movie.
If it bleeds, we can kill it.
The fight is pretty easy, especially if you have the thermal goggles because you can just see him despite his invisibility. One thing about the fear that you've got to look out for though is that he will regen almost his entire stamina bar if you aren't careful.
Did he just regen all his health?
Anyway, I just shot the fear 1,000 times in the head and he exploded.
Why do they keep exploding?
Beating the fear non-lethally unlocked the spider camo. It's very, very situational. It has the highest base camo index at 80%, like it never goes below that. However, it drains your stamina incredibly fast. So I never really used it aside from like what you're seeing right now and like a couple other times. Now, before continuing on with the game, there was one thing I wanted to do here in Granini Gorky South. I had to catch the mythical Japanese serpent known as the Tsuchinoko. That's right, one of these things again.
Yes! Holy shit, I got 7 of them?
Apparently, the area you fight the fear in is the best spot to get the Tsuchinoko. I didn't try anywhere else, but I didn't really need to because I just threw down a bunch of mousetraps, and after going back and forth between the warehouse and the forest a few times, I caught it. I caught the Tsuchinoko. There it is. Bit of a chunky monkey. I would also have to keep the Tsuchinoko in my inventory until the end of the game to unlock the Infinity face paint. I made my way deeper into the jungle, picking up all sorts of herbs, animals, gear, and I even found another Keratin. It's a very good thing I did this because next up was the end. See you later. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. The End is my favorite boss in this game, and honestly, all of the Metal Gear games up to this point. The End is a 100-year-old sniper, and like, I'm not even joking, I usually exaggerate, like, the motherfucker's like 1,000 years, okay, well, there it is. Never mind. I do exaggerate. Even when I'm trying not to, I still do it. And this is his last hunt, and goddamn is it a good one.
I am the End.
The End is very unique in that it is a slow fight. And that sounds bad, and I imagine to some people it is. But the thing that makes this fight so cool to me is the cat and mouse game that's going on.
What the fuck?
You pretty much have no idea where this guy is, at least on like a first playthrough. But for this first fight, it is just like, it's like, where is he? I don't know where he is, I can't see him. Where is he?
Oh.
There were 3 trophies I got during this fight. Unlike all the other bosses, you don't get the End's moss camo for beating him non-lethally. You actually have to hold him up 3 times by sneaking up behind the old goat, which isn't very hard to do.
Oh, I gotta change to a real gun.
Take it and go.
Oh, nice! You snooze, you lose, dingus. I fucking missed the shot.
The moss camo is one of my personal favorites. Not only is its special ability pretty decent, while equipped it allows Snake to regen stamina while standing in the sun, but it also gives you a 100% camo index when prone against grass, which also got me the A Good Man Is Hard to Find trophy. Then, once I beat the End, I unlocked the End, and then he explodes.
What? Why did he explode too? Why do they keep all exploding?
Beating the End also unlocks the Mosin Nagant. I don't know if you have to beat him non-lethally to get it, or if you can just like annihilate him. This gun will be very useful for future bosses because it uses tranquilizer darts like the Mark 22, but it does more stamina damage than the Mark 22. Little editor's note coming in here, hello. I will not be talking about the ladder because who cares? If you don't know, after you fight the End, there's a very famous scene where you climb up a ladder and it takes like 2.5 actual real life minutes to climb. It's a really, really long ladder. And the Snake Eater theme song plays, right? But I know people are going to be like, oh, you didn't mention the song. You skipped over the ladder. It's a cool moment. I don't care. All right, I'm skipping it. Here's like 3 seconds. I had arrived at the Krasnogorji mountaintops. I do really like this part. It's very short-lived, unfortunately, but it was a nice change from the jungle I've been trudging through for the last like 8 hours. There's also a Hind E, which is pretty cool, and you can blow it up. But after going through the mountains, I finally met up with Eva for the 2nd time. This cutscene is very important, not just for story reasons. We do get more about the Philosopher's legacy, and we also see that Volgan has killed Granin. It's been like 15 minutes since I met that guy, but whatever.
No, that guy's dead.
But this cutscene also has the first hidden POV shot needed for Snake Eyes. Right after the boss says,
I'm gonna get the Davy Crockett.
which is this thing, not this guy, press R1 and you will see the boss right away on her horse. That's it. That's literally all it is. To get the Groznygrad from my location, I had to travel through an underground tunnel, and in here is where I had to fight.
The Fury!
He's not a super complicated boss, especially when compared to the end. It's the same old run around, shoot the guy, and don't get shot kind of fight. Except this time, his gun
fuck, he's right
shoots
there.
fire.
Ah!
I did fight the Fury twice, because the first time I shot him with an AK and blew him up.
Holy shit, I killed him.
But then that's when I found out about the boss's camos by defeating them non-lethally, so the second time I used the Mosin and got the fire camo.
Oh!
While this camo is equipped, Snake takes reduced fire damage and also can't catch on fire, which is okay. It's really only useful for this fight in New Game Plus.
I'm coming home. I see the earth.
Oh no, poor guy just slammed the ceiling.
I had finally arrived at Groznygrad. I snuck past a bunch of guards, shot a few Keratans, and made my way into the Groznygrad weapons lab. I had to get Sokolov, but my scientist disguise wasn't gonna cut it, so I needed another disguise. I remember when I answered that quiz wrong and I had that Raiden mask? Well, this is when it comes in handy, because nearby was Major Ivan Raidenovich Rykov. I'm not kidding, that's his name. It sounds like a fucking Norm Macdonald joke. I had to somehow subdue and incapacitate Rykov and steal his uniform. There are loads of ways to do this. All I did was hide behind this bookshelf and tranquilize him. Probably the most boring way to go about it, but if it works, it works.
Oh, he's got a little, like, thong? Oh my god. Naughty, naughty. Hey, he's got a picture of Ryan in there.
After taking his uniform, I went to the weapons lab West Wing, where Sokolov was being held. Now, I don't know why I did this, but for some stupid-ass reason, I didn't put the mask on. I was just curious to see what would happen. Like, obviously the guards would see that I'm not the Major and get alerted. It was dumb. I don't know why I did it. Anyway, I killed everyone.
I'll kill all you motherfuckers. I'll kill every one of you. I shot him in the cock.
No! I
Come
don't
here.
want to die!
Come here. Yeah. You bitch. Oh, he's dead. Oh, look at the way he's... More prey. Oh! Oh! Oh!
Which did get me the Don't Touch the Sides trophy for removing a bullet using a knife, so that's convenient. So hey, it wasn't like a complete waste of time.
Could have been... Oh yeah, there we go, okay.
Snake finally meets up with Sokolov, and this time, we're gonna save him.
Oh! That's Sokolov. Sokolov just got fucked up.
This is another very important cutscene, not just because we find out how Snake, soon to be Big Boss, lost his eye,
Oh!
but there is also the second hidden POV for Snake Eyes. After Ocelot shoots out Snake's eye, when he leaves the interrogation room, hold R1 and Snake will look at the boss.
Oh, he's only got one eye. That makes sense.
Snake is taken to a holding cell, and now we're up to the escape from prison while Johnny shits his pants part. Except Johnny's not in this game because he hasn't been born yet. Instead, it's his grandfather, also named Johnny, who also shits his pants.
Oh, I can't hold it anymore.
12 seconds later.
In here is the fork, which also happened to be the last weapon I needed for with all guns blazing. I didn't even like look at a guy, I just got him. That's fucking sick, man. That's awesome. Yeah. Much like the first game, there are 3 ways to escape from your cell. You can spin Snake around 10 times and he'll throw up, to which Johnny will open the door, allowing you to take him out. The second way is to call the frequency 144.75 in the codec, which will immediately open the door. You can find this code in a few places, so it's not just like some random bullshit. Then there's what I did. I used the fork to remove the fake death pill from Snake's leg, then I took the pill, which also got me the mostly dead trophy for using the fake death pill. After Johnny opened up the cell, I used a revival pill and knocked Johnny out, and then I escaped. Eva has set up an escape route for Snake, so after getting spotted, of course,
That's a weird looking dog.
I made it to the Groznygrad sewers. Ocelot chases after Snake, and they even have like a little fugitive moment.
Oh, it's like the Harrison Ford movie. I forget what it's called. The Fugitive.
And if you've seen The Fugitive or any movie that's parodied it, because there's been a billion, you know what happens next.
Dude, that dog was static. That dog did not move an inch.
Snake, he's not exactly in the best shape right now, and he kind of passes out, and when he wakes up, Snake isn't exactly in the land of the living. This is the Sorrow boss fight, and I use the term boss fight very loosely. All you have to do is walk forward and avoid the occasional ghost blast from the Sorrow, as well as like all the other like ghoulies and ghastlies. The goosebumps, goose pimples, good books. If you haven't played Snake Eater before, you're probably thinking, this sounds like shit. While it isn't great, I have neglected the most important detail about this fight. The thing that makes it meaningful is that all these ghosts you see here are the people I had killed throughout the game.
Hey, look who it is. Oh, cute little guy.
Now, since this isn't even really a fight, it's quite easy to complete, and at the end of the boss is the Sorrow's corpse floating in the water. Touching it kills Snake, and what you're supposed to do here is use the revival pill, which will end the fight, and Snake will wake up and, you know, continue the story and all that good stuff. However, I didn't know about the revival pill. I know I just used it, but I didn't think I was supposed to use it again. Anyway, I pressed continue and had to do the whole thing again.
Oh my god.
Upon completing the Sorrow fight, Snake wakes up, for real this time, and I also got the River of Payne trophy.
Oh.
The Sorrow does have a camo, and it's pretty good. While equipped, choking out an enemy will regen Snake's stamina, which is nice, but not the best part about this camo. The best part is that it silences Snake's footsteps. To get it, you have to actually touch the Sorrow's corpse at the end. That sounds like a no-brainer, like yeah, you're probably gonna do that, but if you die during the fight, either from the Sorrow killing Snake or you drown for whatever reason, you don't actually get the camo. Despite Sokolov getting his skull caved in, the mission continues. Eva gives Snake some C3 for him to use on the Shagohod, which will blow up the whole shebang. Shebangahod. Oh, that's better. I'm redoing the line. Eva gives Snake some C3 for him to use on the Shagohod, which will blow up the whole Shebangahod. Oh fuck, I didn't do it. No, fuck, goddamn. There was one quick thing I had to do here in Tahiki Kahajini, and that was to get my Tsuchinoko back. After Eva gives back all of Snake's gear, head out of the waterfall and look for the Tsuchinoko. It'll just be like somewhere on the ground this time, you don't need to use a mousetrap. I got pretty lucky and the Tsuchinoko was right next to the waterfall. And if you don't remember, I have to keep the Tsuchinoko in my inventory to unlock the Infinity Face Paint, which is very useful in and of itself, but it's also needed for these two trophies. Returning to Grozny Grad via a ladder that leads directly into the parking lot. Seems like a massive security oversight, but it is what it is. I had to get back into the weapons lab to plant the 4 explosives on 4 fuel tanks. Before I did that though, I went back to the locker that I stuffed Rykov in, and to my surprise, there wasn't a skeleton in there. But there was the sneaking suit, which is one of the camos I need.
Look at that!
But it's also very good, because the sneaking suit reduces stamina consumption and reduces all damage by half. Which is pretty nice, especially because after I planted all the C3 charges, Vulcan, Ocelot, and the boss immediately ambush Snake and snap his arms off. Not really, but like, yeah, almost.
Don't break my arm again!
Anyway, this is the Vulcan fight.
He's just got bullets on him? Has he always had that?
For this fight, you have only 5 minutes to beat Vulcan before the whole place explodes. It sounds like a lot of time, and it is if you know what you're doing. And I, as established many times, I do not know what I am doing. So my first couple attempts at Vulcan failed because I ran out of time. Now how exactly did I run out of time?
Let me tell you something, man.
Well, Vulcan has electricity powers, and much like the Payne, he has an impenetrable shield. There are a bunch of ways to get around this, like shooting Vulcan from behind, or shooting him after he does an attack, or just throwing him to the ground and shooting him in the head. But this took me a while to figure out, and once I eventually did, the fight was pretty easy.
Ah! Whoa!
Vulcan's camo is the Cold War camo. It's incredibly hideous, but the effect is pretty neat. When facing an enemy, they won't shoot Snake because it is the Russian flag. However, they will still shoot you from the back. It's a solid camo that I never really used aside from one specific part of the game. Also, I did get a trophy for beating Vulcan. As Grozny Grad explodes, Eva picks up Snake on her motorbike. Then there is an on-rail shooting gallery as Snake and Eva escape from the facility, all while being chased by Vulcan in the Shagohod. It's pretty long, and you even have to fight Vulcan again, but this time he's using the Shagohod. The first phase is pretty simple. All I had to do was shoot the Shagohod's treads, and then while it's stuck, shoot this thing in the back, like the, I don't know what it is, the butthole, I guess. During the second phase, Snake will be on foot, and you have to now shoot Vulcan on top of the Shagohod. Generally, it's pretty easy, and there's not a whole lot to say about it.
Yeah! Yeah! Shagadelic.
Hello, I'm back yet again. There is another POV for Snake Eyes. This is unscripted because I forgot to mention it in the script.
Do it live! I'll write it and we'll do it live!
So yeah, there's another Snake Eyes POV here. There'll be a part where Snake and Eva are about to kiss, hold R1 then, and then it'll look like, you know, they're about to kiss and shit, and then they don't. But you can see like the sorrow in the back. That's it. It's this. I mean, you're seeing it right now. Alright, so yeah.
Fucking thing sucks!
There's a bit more driving with Eva, it's fine, but eventually she crashes and gets wicked fucked up. Now, I have to escort Eva through the woods with Russian soldiers hot on our heels. Oh my god. Each game has its worst part. The first game had the keycard, the second game had Emma, and this game has, this.
I'm so hungry.
I don't care about how hungry you are, woman. Fucking just come here.
Luckily, it's pretty short. There are only 2 areas you have to go through, and you can get through them quite quickly if you know where you're going and what you're doing. But I didn't. First playthrough, didn't know what I was doing. You're supposed to feed Eva, but I didn't know how. Turns out, just walk up to her and then just like eat something, and then it'll give you a little context thing to be like, do you want Snake to eat it or Eva to eat it? It's that simple. I didn't know that's what you were supposed to do. So what I did is I tranquilized her and dragged her through the mud, which was very, very boring.
Oh, boss.
Whoa. God damn, Kojima is an absolute horn dog, man.
Right there. Fido. That feels so good.
Oh, Fido. Ew, what the fuck?
But to be fair, that's not the intended way. But even if you do it the intended way, it still sucks, because Eva still moves at a snail's pace. And it's unfortunate that it's the last thing you do before fighting the boss.
What? Oh, nice one, idiot. She just...
I did have some trouble with the boss on my first few attempts. She can shoot Snake's bullets out of the air, which is a little cartoony, but alright.
She fucking shot my bullets out of the air. What the fuck is that horseshit?
So you can't just shoot her head on, you have to like sneak around a little bit. She'll also run up to Snake and CQC him, which will usually break a bone, and sometimes she'll even dismantle your gun, so you'll have to like run around reassembling it. But you can counter this move and even get a shot on the boss while she's stunned.
Juke, idiot! Alright, never mind.
But one of the great things about this game is that there are a billion ways to defeat each boss, aside from the Payne. Fuck that guy. And so, I threw on the snow camo, equipped the Mosin, and started hiding in the grass.
Alright, new boss strat figured out.
Brace yourself.
No! Please! Oh! Oh shit.
Let's see what you're made of.
Ah!
Get ready.
Oh no! Ah! Oh, juked, idiot! I'm like a periscope. Oh, got it. She got a ciggy. Does she have a ciggy in her mouth, or am I just like hallucinating? I swear she just had a fucking ciggy in her mouth. Whoa! What the fuck? Oh, she's target spotted. Ah! I won! The Patriot.
As the boss dies, she gives Snake the microfilm containing the Philosopher's Legacy and says her goodbyes. It's a very sad moment, tugs on my cold little heart.
She's dying. Oh my god! Holy shit! That came out of nowhere!
The boss's camo is the Snake camo. It's similar to the Spider camo, but instead of having a 70% camo index, it has a base camo index of 15%, and it also doesn't drain stamina. But after Snake blows off the boss's head, when a horse comes in the frame, hold R1 for the 4th hidden POV.
Oh, there it is.
A few more cutscenes play out. There's even a small part where you have to duel Ocelot.
Oh no! I got him!
Snake is given the title of Big Boss, and when the president goes to shake Snake's hand, hold R1 again and look left to see Ocelot. This is, of course, another hidden POV, but it also unlocks the cat's out of the bag trophy.
Was that McNamara? He's from 5.
Then, at the very end, when Snake visits the boss's grave, when he salutes and starts crying, hold R1 for the 6th and final hidden POV, unlocking Snake Eyes.
Yeah, Snake Eyes!
Once I completed the game, I got the Like a Boss trophy for beating the game, as well as Fit for a King for unlocking the Infinity Face Paint.
Infinity face paint. Look at that. I look like a Qui-Gon. That's a good reference. Kojima loves that movie. That was in his Criterion.
I also unlocked a whole bunch of other stuff that will be useful later on.
Brown face paint. Oh. Oh no.
Wow, what a great game. You know, what an experience. What is there for me to even say that hasn't already been said? And nothing, so we're going through the playthrough. But before we get to that, I gotta read the script. Or should I say, skip the script, because it's over 900 pages, I ain't reading it.
You know, I almost thought I would read it, and then as I kept going and it got to 900 pages, I decided I will not be reading this script.
This time I followed a guide, specifically the PSN Profiles Perfect Playthrough Guide. This is for the PS3 version of the game, so it is missing a few trophies here and there, but it's like nothing crazy, you just gotta like be aware of that stuff. Even though I already had a few of the collectible trophies, I would still have to find every single animal and plant all over again for the King of the Jungle trophy, which is obtained by getting the mark or rank at the end of the game. There are 12 snakes, 5 birds, 3 frogs, 3 fishes, 7 small animals, 2 large animals, 4 medicinal plants, 4 fruits, 6 mushrooms, a hornet's nest, and then there's like one other thing that I forgot about. No, I don't remember what it was. Sorry. There are also 64 keratans. A keratan can be found in pretty much every single map, you know, like each individual area, including all of the bosses and even during the chase sequence at the end of the game. I would also have to get all the remaining face paints and camos. This playthrough wasn't too crazy. Now that I had the Infinity face paint and a whole bunch of really powerful camos, I could get through pretty much every area without like any trouble.
I'm gone! No, too close!
And I also didn't have to worry about defeating each boss non-lethally anymore. With that being said, I did have to restart half the game twice because I did not read the instructions, which seemed to be a running theme throughout these videos. You see, the first trophy I got was the early end for killing the end early. After that cutscene where Sokolov pisses his pants, there will be a very small opportunity to shoot the end and kill him before he's wheeled away. Before entering the warehouse exterior, go down this left lane to Ponyzovsky West. There will be a few guards to take out, and there is even a keratan underwater here, but go into the storehouse and grab the sniper. Then once the cutscene is done, take out the sniper and shoot the end.
There he is, old fuck. Oh, I blew his brains out and he just exploded. Oh! What the hell was that? The fuck was that? What just hit me in the head?
Now you're probably wondering, if the end dies here, then what about his boss fight? Does he come back somehow? No, he doesn't. He exploded. Instead, you'll have to fight 10 of Ocelot's Gru soldiers, which isn't nearly as fun, and also you don't get the Mosin, which is like the best gun in the game.
And there's a guy way over there. My aim's a little... Oh, I got a headshot. I'm the best.
But the worst thing about having killed the End was that his parrot doesn't spawn. The End's parrot is one of the animals I needed for both A Bird in the Hand and King of the Jungle, so that meant I had to go all the way back to the dock and let the End live, which isn't super far back, but I did have to get all the collectibles, shoot all the keratans again, and fight the fear again.
Something in them trees. God damn you, Vietnam.
But here's the best part. I didn't have to do this because, as it turns out, the End's parrot can still be found during his boss fight even if you kill him at the docks. Anyway, this is also around the time when I got all of the medicinal plants and all of the mushrooms.
Is that it? It's almost certainly not it. Much! That's it. That's it. That's it. Mushroom B. Ah, man, I gotta like quit. I've like trained myself to overreact now. It's fucking annoying.
I also had to get the water face paint again because this one is very hidden. After killing the fear, go back to Ponyzovsky South, which is this area after you kill the Payne. Go all the way back to the start of this area to find the water face paint. It's pretty fucking useless.
Looks like I'm in an 80s hair metal band. Go on.
Anyway, the End's Parrot. This little dirt grub is not very easy to find. You'd think it'd be on the End himself, but it's not. It's somewhere in any of the 3 stages for this fight. And don't forget, it's small and green, so it's not the easiest thing to see.
Wait, is that it? Holy shit, that's it. You bitch! Bird A! Bird A, I got it! I got Bird A!
But that was not the last time I would have to fight the End or find his stupid little bird. Because it took all the way until Tahiki Kohojini before I realized I needed the Tsuchinoko. I had completely forgotten about it, and by the time I did remember, I was too far into the game and couldn't get it anymore. Believe me, I tried. This is the 3rd time I've had to do this part in this playthrough alone. The camos and face paints. There weren't that many I needed. I only had 3 face paints and 4 camos left. The first camo I found was the Gakko camo, or Gakko, whatever. The camo can be found in the Chorny Prod Swamp at the right exit. It's kind of hard to see, so I recommend using thermal goggles. The camo special ability highlights Keratans by making a noise when you get near them. So you'll be in like the, general area of one, it'll make the quack sound, and then you just go. The second camo I got was the splitter camo in literally the next area. I just had to lean against this like rock wall, and it doesn't have any special abilities, it's just a stock standard camo.
Look at that.
Then later, when I was in Granini Gorky, I got the fly camo. It's hidden in this last toilet on the 2nd floor that you have to bust open.
Oh! I got it. I got it.
Its special ability is that it makes snakes smell really bad, so that enemies will avoid you if you haven't been spotted yet. Then the 4th and final camo isn't even a camo, it's the maintenance suit. It's in a locker in Groznygrad, which is pretty much right next to the sneaking suit.
Maintenance. Yay, fashionista.
It's basically the same as a scientist disguise, except it's only useful while planting the bombs on the Shagohod. The first face paint I found was the snow face paint. It's found at the Bolshaya Past base under this little bridge. After that, I got the water face paint, and I already mentioned it, so moving on to the 3rd and final face paint, which was the Kabuki face paint. The Kabuki face paint is very easily missed. You can only get it after the cutscene where Snake and Eva bang, like the waterfall, it's in the water here. If you try to grab it before the cutscene, it's just not there. But once I had that, I got the only skin deep trophy.
Yay, only skin deep.
Also, I got the A Bird in the Hand trophy after killing a vulture. I know that was like 15 minutes ago when I was talking about the animals, but I don't know, here it is. But that was the 2nd last animal collection trophy I needed. All I had left was Charmer for finding all of the snakes, but that can't be completed until I get to the boss fight. However, I am getting a little bit ahead of myself because there were still 64 Keratans. Fun fact, you don't have to get every single Keratan in a single playthrough. It can be done in multiple playthroughs, but I assume it has to be on the same, save, so like a New Game Plus, basically. I say this because there is one Keratan I missed in the caves after you fight Ocelot, but before you fight the Payne. I got it in my first playthrough, and I tried to get it in my 2nd run, but I couldn't find it. By the way, it's here. It's actually here. I don't know how I missed it, but I did. Most of the Keratans are pretty easy to find, which may or may not have to do with the fact that I was using a guide, but that's probably just like coincidence or whatever, it's not a big deal. I won't go through every single Keratan because it's a lot and it's like who cares, right? Like same with the animals. It's like, yeah, there's a lot of animals, but it's like, it's not that hard, right? I'll just mention the ones I think were somewhat notable, like all the boss Keratans. The Ocelot one is actually behind Snake along the tree line. I was very confused and kept looking for it in the mountains around Ocelot, but no, it's behind you. You just gotta turn around and boom, it's right there. The Payne's Keratan is directly above him, standing on the rim of this hole. The Keratan in the Fears boss arena I actually got before fighting him, since you have to go through this area to reach Granini Gorky. The End doesn't have 1 nor 2 Keratans, he's got 3 of them. Thankfully, there is only 1 Keratan during the Furies fight. Volgan's Keratan is up to the left next to some boxes. Then the Shagohod Keratan, which I'll get to in a minute because I want to talk about the chase sequence. It is so incredibly easy to miss these little frog fucks. The first few aren't that bad, but when you get to the runway is when this shit gets kinda hard. Especially this first one on the runway. I flubbed my first attempt because the guide said it was on a box, which I thought was one of these, which is a cargo container, aka sort of a box, I guess.
I don't see a Keratan there.
I missed and hadn't saved since the Volgan fight, so I had to do all of that all over again. But on the 2nd time, I hit the Keratan. The 2nd Keratan on the runway is on the right side this time.
I got it.
The bridge Keratan is on the bottom of one of the struts. You have to stand up to see it.
Alright, there it is.
The Shagohod Keratan can be found on top of this concrete building with an antenna on it. There were still 3 more Keratans in the 2nd half of the chase sequence. Luckily, Keratan 1, 2, and 3 aren't too hard to hit, but they do go by very fast.
I got it.
There were 2 more Karatans I got while escorting Eva, but the final Karatan can be found on top of this tree during the boss fight.
Is it? Dang it!
But I was not done yet, as I still had to get Charmer for finding all 12 snakes. The final 3 snakes can be found near each log, not the snakes hanging from the trees like I originally thought. Like, don't worry about those, it's not them. It's these white ones near like these logs. You see, you're watching the video.
Snake. Oh, Chama. Yeah.
With each of them being named Solidus, Liquid, and of course, Solid. Then at the results screen, I got King of the Jungle. Don't worry about the fact that it says Karatan. There are no Karatans in Ba Sing Se. Now I only had 3 trophies left for the Platinum. Peace Walker for beating the game without killing anyone, The Coast is Clear for beating the game without any alerts, and finally Foxhound for beating the game with a Foxhound Rank. To get the Foxhound Rank, I would have to beat the game on extreme difficulty in under 5 hours with 0 continues, 0 alerts, 0 kills, 0 life medicine used, less than 10.5 health bars of damage, and under 25 saves. It can also be done in New Game Plus, that way I can use all my fancy camos and even the Patriot. However, you cannot use the Stealth Camo or Infinity Face Paint. All things considered, I was in relatively high spirits, especially when compared to MGS2. My god. It was mainly just due to the 25 save limit. Dying or being spotted meant I didn't have to replay entire 15 to 30 minute sections all over again, which meant I didn't have to stress as much trying to beat the game flawlessly. I also won't detail every single save this time, but just know that I would make a save at the start of each boss fight. Speaking of saves, the Virtuous Mission section is very easy, so I wouldn't make my first save until the part where the boss crushes Snake's hand, you know, on the horse, this part.
Oh.
That sounds like quite a while, but the Virtuous Mission is actually like pretty short. It only took me about 9 minutes to beat it, and I did it all in one attempt. But after my first save is where we get to the first wacky strat that I stole. This is the video, once again, perfect stealth. I stole everything from his videos. Snake has no weapons for this part, so I had to get all the way to Razvet without being able to eliminate anyone. It begins with these 2 guys coming to investigate Snake's plane that just crashed. What I had to do is roll into their view so that they notice me but aren't alerted. As soon as I see this exclamation point, I had to swap to the spider camo and brown face paint. This gives me a very high camo index so that I'm harder to spot by those 2 soldiers. After changing camo, I took out a grenade and held it. This actually silences Snake's footsteps, allowing me to run behind this enemy and he won't hear me. Then I just had to roll up this hill and make my way into Dolino Vodno, which was also pretty easy. I just had to get this guard to notice me, and then he'll walk over to check out my location. And when he and his buddy are looking away, I rolled down the side here and ran around this tree where I made my way across the bridge to Razved.
Oh my gosh. Oh! Oh!
While in Razved before meeting Eva, I grabbed the thermal goggles, which were incredibly useful during my run, especially for the fear and the end. And I also grabbed the cardboard box. It may not look like much, but goddamn is this thing incredible. While using a cardboard box, you don't slow down on inclines. So if there is a particularly hilly area or something like that, or even stairs, you can just zoom up really fast instead of just slowly going up it. It's pretty helpful. Right, get it, grab it. After meeting up with Eva, I got my gear back and had to fight the 10 Gru soldiers. Even though this is a forced combat section, I still couldn't be spotted. There is a gamer trick that I did attempt a few times where you have to line up a stun grenade at a certain angle and it'll knock out some guys and yada yada yada. It doesn't look super hard to do, but I am also not good at anything really. And even worse, I'm lazy and I didn't want to do all of that really hard stuff. So I figured I'd just do this fight the old-fashioned way by hiding under the floor. Also, a lot of times throughout this run, you'll see me using the Desert Tiger camo even when it's not optimal. That's because while wearing the camo, your suppressor won't deteriorate. So it's basically infinite suppressor while wearing the camo, which is pretty fantastic. For this encounter, I played it slow and safe by crawling around using the thermal goggles to look for enemies. While some soldiers move around the map looking for Snake, the other guys will be hiding somewhere in a corner or some shit like that. So I went around the exterior of the map, taking out all of those guys first, and then I took out the guys in the middle. Took a few attempts, but generally it was pretty easy, it wasn't too tough.
Oh, I got it!
The next few areas weren't too tough either.
Oh my god, get away from it.
I got up to the part with the mines, but I knew where they were this time, and I even had the thermal goggles.
Oh, that's right, they were, Yep, you ain't getting me this time.
I made my 4th save at the start of the Ocelot fight.
Oh, that's loud.
There are some gamer tricks for this one, but once again, I didn't bother with them like at all because it's like, I don't need it. The fight isn't that hard. I pretty much just fought him normally, and I managed to beat him after about like a minute and a half. And I actually had a good time. I had a fun time with it. It was good. It was fun. I enjoyed it. You know, I gotta say, credit what credit is due. Mimi have a good time. I was all ooey gooey. Don't say that. But now, I was up to the Payne fight.
Oh my god! Ah!
This was kind of annoying during my trial run. Holy shit, it was so much worse this time. Did I mention the fucking... Holy shit, did I forget to mention that I like did a trial run? Alright, quick detour. So, I beat the game, 2 times. First time, second time for collectibles and all that stuff. And then I did a 3rd playthrough on Extreme to unlock all the stuff in New Game Plus, like the Patriot and all the camos. And then this is my 4th playthrough. So I already had some experience with Extreme before going into this. So it wasn't like a complete culture shock or whatever. I forgot to mention that. But now I was up to the Payne fight. This was kind of annoying during my trial run. Holy shit, it was so much worse this time around. Once again, I didn't try anything fancy, but I should have. It's the same shit as before. He constantly uses B shield to negate all damage, so I had to throw a bunch of grenades at him, but I suck. I'm dog ass. So I'd either not throw it far enough and it would bank off the rock into the water, or I'd throw it too far and completely miss. I fucking hate this fight, dude. Oh my god, I'm skipping it. At Ponyzovji South, the water park with the flying dudes, I equipped the snake camo and the brown face paint. No, I did not feel like cosplaying Team America. The brown face paint actually gives Snake infinite oxygen. It'll still drain a little bit because, it's still tied to the stamina bar, but it meant I could just hide under the water near indefinitely and get through this part very easily. Then, at the Ponyzovji warehouse exterior, I did attempt another gamer trick. Here we go, let's go, ladies and gentlemen, let's go. Gamer trick incoming, let's go, here we go, gamer trick incoming, let's go. I would have to shoot 2 explosive barrels, which will kill some of the guards and also damage the end, which does carry over into his boss fight. Now you may have just realized something. I just said, I'm gonna kill a couple guys. Yes, I'm gonna kill some guys. I actually did it earlier, but killing an enemy with an explosive barrel, for whatever reason, doesn't count as a kill. I assume it's another bug, and an oversight, whatever, and man am I glad for it. However, I couldn't see the barrels very well because I'm playing on a TV on the other side of the room. So not only did I take too long and not damage the end, but I also got spotted, and that meant I had to fight the Payne again.
And I fucking through it, man. Oh my god. This is the worst. This fight sucks now. Oh!
I tried doing the dock trick again, but I failed, so it was all a big waste of time and a save. But there was another trick in the warehouse that I did want to do. I would have to roll over this railing and shoot this barrel behind this guy, killing him. This will send the nearby guards into a caution, which is fine. If it ever says alert, that means I have to restart. I would then equip the box, using it to run up these stairs, then slam the guard once I reach the top.
And that's how it's done.
There were loads of times I messed this up. Either I couldn't get the roll right and I'd get spotted, or the guard I killed would spot me before I could blow him up. It took a lot of attempts to get this right, and I was still pretty pissed from having to do the Payne twice. But hey, we got there in the end. I made my way to Granini Gorky, taking out all the guards outside the wall and inside the wall. I used a scientist disguise to make my way down to the bottom level, picking up the sick gas spray and the handkerchief along the way. There is another thing I did here using the box. The scientist will see through Snake's disguise, so I had to use the cardboard box because that's less suspicious somehow to sneak by them. However, guards will get suspicious of the box and get alerted after enough time. So I had a very, very small window in which I snuck by the scientist and ran into the guard, then I would knock him out with the handkerchief before he was alerted.
Oh, I got him.
I had to do a similar thing after talking to Granin, but it wasn't too tough.
Got it. Alright. Smooth sailing. I hope. Man, I fucking hope.
I left Granini Gorky and began the fear fight. This time, I had my own strat that I figured out instead of this. Fuck that. Instead of using the sneaking suit, I would use the FOXHOUND camo. While equipped, batteries don't drain, so that means I can use the thermal goggles for the entire fight and I don't have to worry about them running out. For the first half of the fight, I would only shoot the fear whenever he stopped jumping between trees. Then just before I got him to half his stamina bar, I would go over here and grab the Mark 22 ammo. I find this is the best time to do it because once he loses half his stamina bar, he starts shooting fruit off the trees, and I like to grab the ammo before he starts doing this so that way I can just keep going at him instead of having to go away, find ammo, and then potentially he like eats fruit, which happens a lot. And if that does happen, I will just restart the fight because it's fucking annoying, right?
I got him. He fucking fell through the fucking ceiling.
Anyway, I went back through the warehouse and through the forest,
Fucking idiot.
where I finally arrived at the end.
Fuck off, yo. Fucking piece of shit. Fucking piece of garbage. Oh, I fucking...
Once again, I didn't bother with any gamer tricks. There is a specific way speedrunners beat this fight, but it looks way too complicated and I didn't want to do it. Once again, I'm fucking lazy, dog. Especially because I had only just hit the 1 hour mark, so I still had 4 hours left to beat the game, and I was probably about halfway through. I could waste some minutes fighting Father Time, alright? It's not a big deal.
There he is. Yo, fucking bitch! Oh, god damn, that is not easy.
I climbed up the ladder and used the moss camo to get some extra stamina back. That's a pro tip for me. That wasn't in the guide I watched. You know, because the light, it's all about light, so when you go up, you'll get a bit of stamina from the lights. That's a pro tip from me. If you ever use that, you're gonna have to credit me. And if you don't, I will see you in court. Now I was up to the Krasnogorji mountaintops, or mountainside, or I don't know, there's like 18 different areas. I don't remember which one specifically. The mountains. This part also isn't very hard. It's not even really that complicated. I just had to tranquilize every guy, but for some reason, this is probably the part of the game that I had the most restarts.
What the fuck? Some fucking piece of shit fucking...
I assume it was because I was starting to get kind of tired and exhausted. I mean, for like fucking 30 minutes, I kept singing Electric Avenue.
I think I fucked up anyway. Doesn't fucking matter, god damn it, I fucking died.
But when I made it through the mountains and spoke to Eva, I had another minor gamer trick. It's not a big one, it's a little small itty bitty one, but it's pretty easy to do and it like helps out a lot. Normally what you're supposed to do here, if you're a chump, is take out all the new enemies that have spawned and enter this red door and then go down and fight the Fury or whatever, I guess. Instead of slowly taking out all these chumps, I could just skip them. I had actually practiced this on every run since my first playthrough and got it first try every time. Now what exactly did I have to do? It's simple. Run down here, roll on that, roll across this, jump down here, and that's it.
Wow, that is really easy, huh? Nice.
Now let's see it in real time.
Pro tricks. I've actually been practicing this, so if I fuck it up here, I'm gonna actually... I've literally been practicing that. Every single time I've played through this part, I got it first try. When it matters, I fail immediately.
The Fury was up next, and even in the guide, there aren't any crazy gamer strats. You basically just have to fight him normally. But one of the reasons why I fought the end instead of doing the skip a week thing is because I wanted the Mosin for this fight. If you do the thing where he dies of old age, you don't play the game for a week, and then he's come back in and then you load the game and then he's dead from old age, you don't get the Mosin. I actually had quite a lot of trouble fighting the Fury during my trial run, so I thought this would be a lot worse than it was, but it actually only took 3 attempts and a minute. It was super easy.
Ah! I got him! That was like a minute. That was like actually like probably the easiest boss in the game. Now let me grab his fire camera because I missed that last time. Holy shit, I just wet my pants. That was crazy. No, I didn't. That's gross. No, maybe a little.
Groznygrad was pretty easy. I just had to knock out a few guards and make my way into the weapons lab. There is a gamer trick to do this Rykov part quickly, and I did attempt it once, but I got spotted and didn't bother doing it again because fuck that. The second time I waited for Rykov to enter the library where I knocked him out and then everyone else, before dragging him to the locker. Then I got gripped and tortured. I did, however, do some crazy gamer tricks to escape from prison because this part is really hard. To escape from the cell, I would wait for Johnny to throw me some food. Then I would go into the cure menu, remove the fake death pill and Ocelot's tracker. If you don't remove the tracker before making it to Tiki, you'll have to sneak past a bunch of Gru soldiers to get to Eva, which is not what we want. After removing those items, I would spin the snake around 10 times to make him throw up.
Oh, I yacked on my bed!
Johnny will then enter the cell to see what's wrong, where I would proceed to give him the hand of God. I would loot Johnny for his smoke grenades, then make my way outside. Immediately upon getting control, I would take that bat Johnny gave me and throw it ahead of Snake. While it's in the air, I would equip the smoke grenades and run right behind this guard and roll to the ground, then crawl through here.
Holy fuck, dude, I almost shit my pants IRL.
Then I made a save in Groznygrad Northwest because this next part is also quite tricky. I had to hug this wall, then get the attention of these two guards. Once they go to check Snake's location, I'll run up against this wall and move between these tanks. Once this guard stops walking, run to the left and keep to the wall. Then throw a smoke grenade in front of this guy, the dog, and then the exit over here. Run to the exit, crawl under the pipes, and escape into the sewers. Now, I will take the time to mention that I did get spotted by the dog. However, it didn't cause an alert, and after a little research, apparently getting spotted by a dog doesn't count as an alert, unless someone else sees you, which does cause the alert. I went through the sewers and drowned myself at the Sorrow, then made my way back to Eva. Before going to Groznygrad, I made sure to pick up the cardboard box B. After climbing up the ladder and entering Groznygrad again, I had to do another gamer trick, or so I thought. The trick basically allows Snake to run past these guards without them seeing him for some reason, right? Yeah, interesting bug. Sounds cool and all, but I didn't do it because I accidentally figured out a much easier way to get past these guys, at least for me. I used the splitter camo, which I imagine you'll probably need for this, and all I did was run alongside this wall, I would duck in between these tanks, then I just leave. It's as simple as that, and it works 100% of the time, every single time.
Alright, let's see if I can recreate what I did last time. Which was literally just walk around. Oh, I forgot to get rid of my fucking noodles. That's really not that bad.
The reason I picked up box B was so that I could use it to fast travel into the weapons lab. That is so much better than sneaking past everyone again. I grabbed the maintenance disguise and used the handkerchief to knock out a bunch of people and plant all 4 charges. Here we are at the Vulcan fight. This was the hardest boss for me during my practice run. So going into it for my FOXHOUND run, I wasn't scared at all because I could actually use the Patriot. This is like one of the main reasons why I did it for this fight, for the Patriot. A Vulcan cannot die during this fight, which means that using a lethal weapon on him doesn't count as a kill. So all I had to do was throw him to the ground, shoot him a lot, then in the second phase, I stun locked him until he was dead.
Alright, now I'll do this thing, whatever this is. Oh yeah, look at that! Vulcan dusted.
Next up was the chase sequence, which could be the hardest part of the entire run if I didn't have the Cold War camo. To remind you, using the Cold War camo will stop enemies from shooting at Snake as long as you face them. They will still shoot you in the back, but I mean, it trivializes this entire section. I would honestly just do the like extreme playthrough trial run just for this camo alone, because fuck doing it the legit way. Absolutely not. No way, Jose. No thanks. I did make a panic save at the part where I have to blow up some bombs because you have to do it in a specific order, and I didn't realize that. I figured just like do whichever one you wanted, but no, it's like a specific order you have to do them in.
No, don't call the fucking woman that's next to you!
Both phases of the Shaggerhod fight weren't any trouble. I'd gotten pretty decent at quick reloading during this run, which made the first phase go by quick as a Dickens, mate. Then for the second phase, all I had to do was shoot the Shaggerhod's treads with the RPG, and while Vulcan is distracted, shoot him in the head with the Mosin. Do this 4 times, and that's the Shaggerhod down.
I got him, okay, that's actually super easy.
The second half of the chase sequence was also pretty easy. The only thing that gave me trouble were the flying guys because they're a little spread out. So when you try to take out one guy, the opposite guy will shoot at Snake and they can hit you and stuff because your back is like sorted to him.
Oh no, they didn't see the mountain.
I was incredibly close to the end of the game. I just had to escort Eva and beat the boss. I made a save at the start of each area even though they weren't that hard. I just didn't want to do this shit again if I messed up, and I still had a few saves left. There's a specific route in the first area that I followed which allowed me to avoid all the guards. I just had to occasionally check behind Eva in case there was someone there, and if there was, I'd take him out, which would also have the bonus effect of scaring his friends in the cover, which would buy me a little more time. For the second area, I slowly took my time eliminating each soldier using the thermal goggles to see them better. A bunch of them are hiding in the grass, but if you know their placement and use the thermals, it's very easy to take them all out. And with that, we finish the Eva escort and begin the boss fight. Once again, super easy.
Oh, she's got they're like big boogers coming out of her nose.
I didn't do anything crazy. I just did the old tried and true of hiding like a coward. I did figure out how to consistently parry the boss when she grabs Snake. Like, Snake will grunt, and as soon as you hear that grunt, press circle, and then Snake will parry the boss, which allowed me to get 2 Mosin shots in, and then I throw her to the ground and shoot her one more time.
Oh! Oh! Ooh!
After finally beating the boss, all I had to do was skip a few cutscenes, wait for the credits, and get my FOXHOUND rank.
Come on! Yeah! Alert phase 1! When?
You remember that fucking dog? Turns out, it did count, and everything I'd done since then was a big fat waste of time. But at least it wasn't too far back. Still have to do the chase again, fight Volgan again, the Shagahod and the boss, but at least I'm not back at the warehouse and I have to fight the end for 20 minutes again, you know? So after a brief anguish sesh, I got back in the saddle and reloaded that save when escaping Grozny Grad. I made absolutely sure to get past the dog without alerting it, then I played through everything from that point onwards. So Volgan, the long ass chase, the Shagahod, long ass chase part 2, the Eva escort, and finally the boss.
Got it right in the forehead.
Now, I finally had the FOXHOUND.
You're fucking kidding me.
I guess it wasn't the dog. So going back through the footage, it turns out the alert came from blowing up the guy in the warehouse. And it was complete bullshit, by the way. He spotted me while he was flying through the air as he blew up. I don't know how I didn't notice the bright red alert sign. Maybe I did, and I just didn't register it in my chimp brain. But that meant I had to replay like 70% of the game.
I'm just gonna go the slow way and I'm just gonna take every guy out one by one. I got them all. Oh my god, dude, I forgot to fucking equip the stupid ass fucking handkerchief again. Oh, I almost fucked that up. Alright, go. Oh! What? How the fuck, how does that work? I got him though. I still got him with it. I've still got him with it. Stop. Just for reference, you know, you may be watching this on a TV, on a monitor, you know, and you see like, hey, that doesn't look like that hard a shot to hit. I'm playing this on a TV that's like 2 meters away from me. All right, like it's not. Like, these are small heads I have to hit, and it's even harder because it's way further away from me. This fucking heads, man. This shit is so... A bad blacksmith blames his tools. Yeah, or maybe your bad tools are bad, alright? You know, maybe you can be a halfway decent blacksmith, but if your hammer is a fucking piece of wood, you're not gonna make a very good Excalibur. Am I wrong in thinking that? Alright, Eddie, you got it. Oh. Alright. I didn't think he'd land just right. I didn't think he'd land on my toes. Oh, dude, I forgot to save. Oh, fuck. Pussy. Something's wrong. Something's wrong. Something's wrong. Shut up. That's what you sound like. You can't just run off, pussy. Oh! 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 Do you know what it's like to suck ass? I kind of fucked up my zinger there a little bit. I fumbled my words. Good to see you, boys. Alright. Alright, we got it. 3, boom. Look at that. Good job, moron. And we got Volgan. We got Volgan. I got Volgan. Fuck you. You didn't do shit. Yeah. Engravings have no tactical advantage whatsoever.
There was some fancy shooting.
Alright, here comes the Goblin Man. Oh, dude, I'm nailing these shots this time. Alright, maybe not. Maybe I'm not. Maybe I'm missing every single one of them. There we go. Oh, that poor guy. I got him before he even got a chance. He was so excited. He was so excited. He's like, alright guys, here he comes. I immediately, zip, right in the neck, took him out, fell out of his sidecar. Yeah, I fucked it up. She admitted. She didn't fucking... She sideswiped me. I do like how each time I shoot her, it looks like she has a booger in her, and coming out of her nose, she looks like she's eating her own snot. Yellow. And that's it. Come on. Come on. Come on. Oh my god, about fucking time, dude. Holy shit.
And there it is, the Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater Platinum Trophy. It's pretty damn good. Next video will be Shadows of Doubt. Here's a clip.
Hey, have you, do you know this guy? Okay, no problem. Wait a minute. Holy shit. Holy shit! It's the fucking person from the... Hey! 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 You're under arrest, motherfucker!
So hopefully that Shadows of Doubt video won't take forever. In my defense, I have an excuse this time. Alright, I had to get a computer, like an actual one. Before, I was editing all my videos on my rinky-dink little laptop, but she is no longer the workhorse she used to be, and I had to get an actual computer now, and so I had to wait for all the parts to come in, and that took like a month for everything to come in. And in that time I just didn't really edit at all because my computer would crash like every 3.5 seconds, right? So it was an absolute nightmare, so I didn't bother editing during that time. So it was like a whole month. I did maybe like 5 minutes of editing, which is not good. So this video did come out a little bit later than it should have, like a whole month longer than it should have. Probably should have come out like early August, but it didn't. It's out now. It's September 3rd as I'm recording this. Hopefully that Shadows of Doubt video won't take forever to come out. It'll probably take, if I had to guess, like a month and a half, right? Yeah, and I do see a few questions in the comments every so often. I do plan on platinuming every Metal Gear game at some point, right? This is going to be like an endeavor that'll go, you know, take a couple years, but obviously I'm going to do Delta, as I said, you know, at the end of 1,000 videos. You know, I want to do 4, and I want to do Peace Walker and a bunch of the other games. I'll do the original Metal Gear game sometime as well. It's just that these are the big 3, right? But yeah, I do plan plan on doing every single Metal Gear game. Maybe not every single one, because there's like one on like the fucking Nokia, or I'm not doing that. But the majority of Metal Gear games, like even like the Acid games, if they're in like a Master Collection Volume 2 or some shit, like I'd love to do those. Because I just want to like experience the Metal Gear games. I think they're great. I love them. I used to think it was dumb as shit. Now I love it. Yeah, so one day I'm going to do all, I'm going to do the vast majority of the Metal Gear games, Peace Walker 4, everything else, including Survive. Do plan on doing that. Revengeance, of course. I know everyone like hates that game. It's like either you love it or you hate it. I don't fucking care. Calm the fuck down, alright, people. Who gives a shit? Oh yeah, I didn't even talk about Snake Eater. Man, what a great game. I've always heard like, oh, it's a great game. It's the greatest game ever made. After playing, I'm like, fuck man, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. But yeah, Snake Eater, it's just a good ass game. It's just fun. I think it nails like pretty much everything. Even the escort section is like not that terrible. It's still the worst part of the game, but like it's not that hard. But yeah, pretty much all the bosses except the Payne are great. The Sorrow is like, I think the Sorrow is really cool, right? It's just like not really a boss. It's just a walk. Take your dog for a walk, right? It's not a boss. It's exercise. But yeah, definitely the end, the boss. Then I'd say Volgan. The Fury or Ocelot, then like the Fear, and then the Shagohod 1 and 2, and then the Payne. Like the Payne's the only fight that I'm like, this sucks. Anyway, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. See ya.
Oh!